a cold, chilly morning. About 28 degrees here in North Carolina. We've got a few projects to do today. I've got some wood from yesterday's job that I'll be unloading here in a little while. Chestnut oak and red oak. I didn't have room in the dump trailer to buck this stuff up into firewood length, so I was running out of time, so I just went ahead and grabbed the grapple truck and figured I'd load up the logs and haul it in. And let's see here, I've got, we'll take a walk over here to the dump trailer and I'll show you. So typically we chip everything up with our chipper right here. The customer originally stated that he just wanted all the wood left in, on the property. Well, we had already left out yesterday, and he called and said, look, if I want any of the wood, I can have it. He'll just continue to buy wood from me. He won't worry about splitting it. And I said, okay. So I had the dump trailer with the skid steer loaded in it, and I didn't have the chipper with us. So, we ended up just putting all the brush in the woods, and we cut up some of the, usable firewood, loaded it up, and we've got us, had a little friend right there. We got us a little bit of oak rounds. I don't know, this is a 14-foot trailer. We might get a cord and a half, maybe a cord once it's split, maybe a cord and a half. We'll see how many bins I get out of it. But we've got some firewood deliveries to do today, so I gonna go ahead and get some equipment warmed up. I am going to revise my property here. So typically I keep a lot of my trailers parked here, trucks parked here, and that's just kind of what this area has been for a couple years. And so what I'm going to do actually is, where I store these IBC totes full of wood, I am going to make kind of, let's see here, from here back to that corner back here, and then over, I'm going to make this area right here a firewood staging area, and not in totes. I've got to pick up some concrete barriers later today, kind of like what you see on the highway, and I'm going to be placing them, and that way I can set my conveyor up over here and splitter, and then I can move that and bring a processor in and process into this area as well. So the building that I took down the other day, we've got it back there beside the deck over trailer right now. My thoughts are to put that building right here, kind of push it back enough to the edge of my property right here, and run the conveyor and the splitter underneath the building into the bin, or into the firewood area, and leave enough room out here that I can put a processor and run in there whenever we rent a processor. And by doing that, so I think that building was 58 foot long. We're gonna minus one truss, one wrapped right out of that, because it broke and it tried to get me. You'll see in a video before this, I'll have it slow mode, you'll be able to see it. So it's gonna be a little bit shorter, but if I figure if I put it maybe right there, and it'll come out to right here or so, I can use this area right here to store all my logs, because right now my logs are way back in there, and I've got to travel through a lot of mud to get it from there all the way up here. But I don't know if you can really see, it has rained a lot here, so there's mud, on top of all this gravel right here, but there is a lot of gravel from here all the way over to the IBC totes right there, and then it goes to mud again. I will be putting gravel back onto that area, and I may even asphalt that area before I really get everything finalized. I stopped at the asphalt plant a couple weeks back, got some pricing, and I think I can grade that out and put the asphalt down myself and roll it. And I mean, by no means is it going to be perfect, but it'll be better than gravel or dirt because the water will just run right out. So we'll get this equipment warmed up, and we'll go deliver some firewood. Get to dumping. The next customer we got is getting 2 face cords, 2/3 of a cord. He is going to be a little bit further of a drive, so what I'll probably do is go ahead and put y'all in a time lapse, and we'll get some more firewood delivered. I think so. I've got 1 2-face cord. I've got somebody picking up a 1-face cord, a rick, a 1/3 of a cord, up at my firewood stand today, so I'll have to take one of these bins back up there to restock that. And then I've got 2 going out to Walnut Cove, another town pretty close by, and then I've got 1 more bin headed to the job site where we actually got all of this other wood from. So it's going to be a pretty busy day in between firewood deliveries, moving all this stuff around behind me, and picking up them concrete barriers, retaining walls. We'll see what we can get done today. So we just put 2 face cords in here, and so loosely, you know, just dumped out. This truck will hold about a full cord. Now, of course, if you stack it, which I never have, you could get more in here, but dumping it the way I do, flipping the bins over, I can get about a full cord in this truck. And that's typically, most people don't order more than 1 full cord. If they do, typically I'll use my 2-ton chassis truck. It's got a little bit bigger of a bed on it. It's in a lot rougher shape, but it's also a lot bigger and harder to get into places. So this little 1-ton right here, it gets the job done, and it works out well. So let's go deliver some more firewood. So we're on our way to deliver this 2-face cord, 2/3 of a cord, Firewood, customer of mine. He's been a wonderful customer, repeat for a few years now. He's bought lumber from me and firewood, but I noticed that we're going to need some go water. These trucks don't run on hopes and dreams. So everybody has bloopers, and I'm having mine right now. My wallet is in my other truck, so if I wanted to get gas, it'd be on hopes and dreams right now, because well, I can't pay for it without my wallet. never hear me say that I'm a grader, because I'm not. I can move dirt, but not as good as most of you. I have really good friends that are really good at moving dirt. All I wanted was a little bit flatter of an area, because I'm going to put them concrete barriers right here and probably on that back side, and I'll probably try to get some more. Nonetheless, I want to be able to access it over here, so whether I put them right there and right there, you know, and let it pile out. But I built it up, I don't know, probably 12 14 inches right here, because before, I mean, right here's the grade it was at before. I don't know if you can tell, you know, this is where it was before. So I built that up and tried to kind of get it relatively flat. I mean, it's not perfect, and I'm not going for perfect. I'm not putting a house on it, I'm putting firewood on it. But I guess now that that's done, we'll go get some barriers, we'll go get some rock. So we're back at the lot. This is my second load, and unfortunately I didn't video loading the first run or loading these, but I can at least video unloading them. So I think these things weigh about 4,000 pounds a piece, if that's accurate. What's going on, everybody? So my wife called me a little bit ago and told me that I need to go to the wood cabin. So here we are. And if you notice, there's a lot less in here than there was just a couple days ago. And somebody got the face cord of wood. So I'll have to bring back another bin up here and get it restocked. I assume most of this will probably be sold out within the next day or two. They're calling for some pretty bad weather next week, so I reckon we'll see. To my knowledge, making the last delivery of the day. as you can notice, I'm not in the dump truck. Well, the reason for that, the phone's down. And the dump truck doesn't have a 12-volt port. So, we're on the old flatbed, so we'll have to unload this one by hand. It might take, an extra 5 or 6 minutes. So it's not that big of a deal. There you have it. One face cord. See y'all on the next one.